We are live.
Hi, Mom.
Tradition is being fulfilled once again.
Right, who wants potential?
Oh, thank you.
I would die first.
I
Actually, it's
am
pretty much
4 rounds
50-50.
away from
I
death.
die. I die if I take it, and I'll die to not take it. Cannot win. All I do is die.
I just realised I opened up the wrong playbooks. One sec. Where's the playbooks? There it is. Boom. Oh wow, you are pretty close to death.
I'm fine for a while.
As long as the totally Diablomon fight goes according to cake.
I'm sure it will.
I'm sure it will.
Okay, so
Do we
who
even
wants to
have
do
a
the
cake?
recap?
I do have notes, so I will read my notes
Woohoo.
because I don't fully remember myself, but I trust myself from the past.
Speaking of tradition,
Yes. So, last episode was the aftermath of the big battle between Diablomon X and his cronies. Taisto tends to the wounded, while Kagayaki reunited with his dad. They then studied the magic circle Diablomon disappeared into. Big happy hugs between Pilomon and Sonia, which she's really proud of their growth, before becoming melancholic at the idea of separating. Ghostmon searches for Digimon to no avail and learn of his passing. Taisto cheers him up a bit, and they focus on helping others, as it would have been Digimon's wish. Dorman is super hyped that they saved the world by defeating Diablomon. Poor guy didn't read the recap, and wonders if he's finally redeemed for his old wrongdoings. Kageki then cheers him up. A lot of cheering today. The OG gang receives their original memories back and cry of relief when they learn that they weren't the cause of the genocide. Woof. Kagayaki investigates about the portal, and Gomamon tells him, Gomamon role people. Yeah, he's been useful. Tells him that it leads anywhere he's thinking of, as long as it dies and reincarnates before the spell. Panic for Kagayaki, but meanwhile, big house between Taisto and Inari. Sonia has a little off time with her kid and goes to Gecko Swamp. Meanwhile, Kagayaki scrambles all across town, try to regroup the Digitestin as quick as possible, screaming that Diablomon isn't fully dead yet. Diablomon's egg finally hatched, prompting Taisto and Kagayaki to revisit that event, which they finally put behind them, sealing the fact with a manly handshake. Great. Meanwhile, Diablomon is still in the real world, possibly Armageddon now, chomping on cliff sides and being a douche, as usual. Yes. That is what I wrote.
A lot of that came out like a robot noise, but I caught most of it and it sounded accurate.
Why? Discord, please. Oh, man.
We're gonna have robot Sonia today. She's caught the T-pose clipping virus from the other two, and no, I'm joking.
It's spreading quickly.
It's spreading. It's only got a matter of time before you disappear completely. But yes, that was a very accurate recap. Please mark potential if you would wish. If not, feel free to donate it to one of the others.
That would be great.
No, wait.
Yeah, I'll take a potential, why not?
Cool. Sweet, so where we left off, Taisto and Kagayaki finally got on common ground, and we ended on a still shot of them, like, high-fiving each other or something. Or shaking hands, I can't remember which way it was. And we had, like, the evil, like, overshot of Diaboromon laughing or whatever. We're going to just start from Mudfrigimon's town hall. You're all gathered there by Kagayaki. Sonia's finally made it home on the back of Sheepmon after receiving Kagayaki's 78 missed calls.
Yeah.
And you guys have finally met in the town hall to discuss the situation about Diaboromon, your next steps, what you're going to do. Well, Kagayaki's dad's slaving away trying to make a portal home, basically. What do you do?
Well,
Everyone sits around in silence.
let's do that for 3 hours, and I'm sure a solution will magically come up.
Alright, I roll to stare you dead in the eye. If I play Careless Whisper, do I get a plus?
Only if you say no homo afterwards.
All of them! I mean, we're two teams right now. And we should be already working on our things.
2 teams?
Yeah, me and the old chosen ones trying to figure out how to get them to not fucking die once they travel over. And everyone else making the portal.
Okay, so shall we open on a scene then instead of Kageyaki and the alternate chosen ones? Where have you gathered them, Kageyaki?
Why are they the alternate ones?
Okay, you're the original Dicky Dustin then.
Who
allow me to correct myself. Where have you gathered them, Kageyaki?
That's a good question. Where would the other guys meet?
What do you mean by the other guys? Do you mean Elephant?
The other team. Yeah.
Okay, so Sonia and the others would probably meet up with your dad and the scientists and try to figure out if there's any way they could help to construct the portal home. They'd probably be meeting just outside of town where Utimio used to set up camp.
Right. Might as well make it the library. We have a lot of books to read there.
Cool. So we get an interior shot of Mummymon's library, which was once Wizardmon's library. We see the classic cauldron in the back, bubbling away with some new concoction or potion inside. The fireplace is glowing, glistening brightly behind Utimio, Stella, Einari, and Higeki. And you're sat on the other side of a long wooden table on a bench, talking them through everything that you know so far and probing them for things that might help.
God, where do I even begin with this? Alright, first, how do we check if you're stable in the first place? Almighty book, grant me your wisdom. So, basically we'd have to spam a lot of different books to see what's up.
I don't think books really cover this situation. Digidestined are quite rare despite it occurring twice. So there isn't very much literature written about them and how the whole isekai situation works. The only reference you really have to go off is the spell that Gomamon showed you about reincarnation and the tapestries that Sonia sent you copies of the prophecy.
Okay, I was thinking I'd try to find something on linking souls of Digimon together, since we are more or less treated as Digimon while here. We are data.
Okay, so one thing that you find is that all Digimon have a Digicore, which you know because of Lampmon and Arukenimon. And that core is malleable when you can access it. You can corrupt the data, you can amend the data in there, You can get it to do all sorts of wacky things. And there's a book that talks about two Digicores meeting and becoming one. It anchors the two souls together in a way where they're intrinsically linked and they become one in a sense in terms of their ethereal soul in this world. They're basically the same being as far as anyone's concerned, just split into two bodies. And you believe this is what's happened with the other chosen children. They're anchored to their various Digimon as a catalyst to keep them in this world and not cause them to sort of lose themselves.
I see. Alright. How on earth do we give you another anchor? I could try to use the thing I used to anchor you to this. Dimension. I said it. But would it be able to suffice? All it does right now is prevent you from being teleported. Any ideas, Higeki? You guys have more information on your situation than I do.
He ponders a moment, twirling his hair in his fingers as he thinks. His white lab coat's sort of just hanging off the side of his arm, sort of half wearing it. I suppose there's one thing, but it's kind of drastic. Wouldn't like to experience it. Diaboromon, he teleported into the human world via reincarnation, correct? And we teleported into this world via reincarnation. What if you modified the spell he used somehow and... Well, I'm not an expert in magic like you, but if we could reincarnate a second time... I don't know, maybe that could work. I wouldn't want to experience a death again, though.
I'd rather not.
You see, I don't feel like anchoring would work once we enter the human world because, quite simply put, we'd stop becoming data. There wouldn't be such concepts as digicores or anything like that anymore. We'd become flesh and blood, and that's where the problem lies.
Yeah, I mean, you should be fine since, from what I heard, you never really died.
Well, I'll be fine, yes. My legs might cease to work, but I'll be alive. Which I can't say as much for you three, he says as he looks over to the others. You can see Eutimio's sort of fiddling with a compass in his hand. He looks kind of nervous at the prospect of dying a second time.
Oh, right, Eutimio. Your telescope.
What about it?
Here it is. Never got the chance to give it back to you.
Oh, you found it! I thought I'd lost it! He says he, like, takes it from you.
Okay.
He, like, pulls it out, like...
He already forgot that I was keeping it safe in my dimension.
I'm sorry?
He already forgot I was keeping it safe.
He has
like...
various other things on his mind.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, how the fuck do we do this? Does magic even work in them? It should. He was able to reincarnate into our world, so...
I mean... If... There's one thing we could try is that we could just go for it. Step through whatever portal your dad makes and see what happens, but again, risky.
It'd be slightly less risky to have Higeki step first, since even if the whole Digicore thing poofs, he'll be fine. And if it doesn't, we know it works. But the issue then is that if it doesn't work, we are 3 men down.
And then Einari pops up. Well, there is one surefire way.
Which would be?
Look at the prophecy, he says. He like points to the rock tablets. Digidestin fight big darkness, yada yada yada, save the day. And look, and he points to the last tapestry. All the humans return home. Maybe that's the answer. Fulfill the prophecy, and our role as Digidestined is over, and maybe we get sent back. Maybe we don't.
Oh. How the fuck does... How will that... So... Fuck.
I mean, those strange diginomes brought us here, right?
Yeah.
Maybe they have the power to send us home once this is all done.
Okay, but the issue isn't it...
Have we met any of the Diginomes?
No, you've never met the diginomes in common. Only your
Only our
Digimon.
partners, yeah. Oh yeah, but... After the storm is a whole different beast. We need you alive before the storm ends. And if we need Yggdrasil or the Diginomes, well, they refuse to see us. How do you even fucking get in contact with the Diginome?
There's only one way that we know, and that's to talk through Yggdrasil. But only Seraphimon can talk to him. It's like a god in this world. It controls everything. It can reboot everything. It can purge everything. It can rewrite things. It's an incredible piece of technology. I don't think
Not
it's
incredible enough to realize it needs to find a new fucking number, apparently.
Well, we haven't heard from it ever since Seraphimon fell into a deep slumber. Like I said, he's the only one that we ever knew had contact.
So... It's sure made decisions. Yeah, waking Seraphimon up is basically going to give us a second boss to fight. If he's not awake by himself, then he'll only be even more pissed.
This is Antinomy's trap because we beat his boss too easily last time. So now he needs to force it on us a second time so we can actually confront this.
I mean, that wasn't originally the plan. You just want to steal it towards Yggdrasil. I think Higaki sort of thinks, he's like, so, how does this magic work? He says he like does air quotes when he says magic. Like, it's obviously some kind of pseudoscience, right? Like,
It's...
if we can figure out how you can channel magic, maybe that'll tell us something about our biology in this world and we can apply it.
So it's basically half coding and half digirunes.
Interesting. So we're like literal computer code.
Yeah, right now we are. I can testify to that because I've tapped into code here and there.
And how complex is the code in our bodies? Einari says.
It's... The voice in my head is not sure of how powerful a word to use here. Can I say super AI?
Super AI, yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay, so it's basically as complex as a super AI would be.
Damn, that's a lot of processing power. We'd need to make amendments to that. Your Crucill and his gnomes sure are amazing. Stella's
When
been
they
quiet
want
the
to
whole time. She's sort of looking down a little bit. She kind of looks very worried. She's sort of fiddling with like a little star pendant thing in her hand. I don't want to see people get hurt, Kakiyaki. We need to do this fast, and that does not sound like a fast option.
We basically have until the other guys open the portal. Then we need to move.
We need bodies on the other side. That's what we need. If we're dead and we're just ones and zeros over here, who knows what happens when we step through? Who even knows what happens when a Digimon steps through? They don't have bodies in our world. What happens to them? I don't know about you, but I don't want to, like, risk Spadamon's life going to the human world with it.
Didn't, like, in the pilot episode, the Snymon come out of the gate fine?
Yes, Snymon came out of the gate perfectly fine.
Alright, so we do know that nothing really happens to them. Yeah, so...
Do you say that to the others?
Yeah. Nothing really happens to the Digimon. The issue is that we are kind of a different beast. We are data, but we can't be sure we work the exact same way.
What
Like,
if,
maybe you'll be granted a brand new body and that will be it. Maybe not.
what if it's because the gate was still open when Snymon came to your world? There's still a feed of data traveling to him. Maybe that's what stabilized him.
Well, we can't really know that. If only Yggdrasil could actually do its fucking job for 5 minutes. Overseer my ass, can't even get a hold of it. Or at least a Digimon, come on guys!
I'm sure they're busy doing other things. They seemed a little too busy to explain things to us when we first got here. Making the cogs turn behind the scenes. Look, it looks to me like we have 3 or 4 options here, and none of them are particularly great.
Yeah.
It's just taking that leap of faith and trying one of them, I suppose. Is there any way we can test, you know, hypotheses and all that kind of thing? Anything we can send through that would be from the human world and might cease to exist if we rolled it through?
Cease to exist. My visor. It was made here. This is actually a replica because things happened to the previous one.
Well, why don't we send that one through first? Higeki says. If we send the visor through, and then we send you who have bodies through to see if the visor's okay, well, that would be a good test to see if we'd be okay, right?
Yeah, but that brings us back to the issue with sending you first. That if it doesn't work, we gotta move and we're a lot of bodies down. In that case, I suppose you can help with the cleanup of the dark area. Since it popped open and a few troublemakers definitely came out of it.
Yeah, until we test the hypotheses, I'm more than happy to hold the fort here while you guys go to the human world and all, but we need to actually have concrete assurance that we're going to live after this, right?
Yeah, I really don't like depending on the prophecy.
Well, there's only one thing to ask about the prophecy, and that's Yggdrasil. You're going to have to figure out how Sir Raphimon spoke to it directly. Maybe there's a way of finding out without awakening him.
Maybe if we tap into his code and see where exactly the line is.
Would Cherubimon perhaps know?
Maybe.
He always seemed to be scheming and up to things, so it would make sense if he made some kind of... I don't know, if he overlooked how it all worked and figured it out.
I mean, I already asked them if they could try to get in contact, and I was told a no, but...
Too busy
I guess
with the
asking
dark
a
area,
second...
right? So if we help them with the dark area, maybe, they'll help us.
Do we have the time for that?
Time moves differently here in the digital world, right? Your news articles, they come through at a specific rate that's much slower than what's going on around here, right?
At the same time, if the gate is done and we don't immediately go through it, people will be dying.
I think it's at this point that we'll cut away and see what Sonia and Taisto are up to.
Yay.
Cool. Sonia, Taisto. Kageyaki said you might be helping his dad make the poll, but feel free to change that to whatever you want to be doing.
Wow. Not exactly sure what else I could be doing right now, and if I've been instructed to to work on the portal, I could probably try and see what I can do with my portal magic, if that somehow has compatibility with whatever we need. But yeah.
Sure. So I think Kageyaki's dad is very... what's the word? He's curious. Like, overly curious. Once you told him that you have the ability to create portals at will. He's like asking you a barrage of questions. He's like got a notepad in front of him and he's like writing everything you say down. He's like, so how do you make it work? How do you open a portal? When can you open a portal? Why does it only work sometimes? What's the significance of the pink color? He says.
Well, one question at a time. To be honest, I don't know exactly everything that there is to know, but the impression I get is that it's a bit like asking for favors from powers beyond. It's hard to describe, but it's not like this power is my own specifically. It's like I've been granted access to some abilities from someone else. As for the pink color, I'm not quite sure, but it seems to be very tightly close to my own person. Every time I digivolve, I know that my digivice is glowing pink, and everyone else has a different color, but who knows what that means. Probably in relation to those crests I've been hearing about.
Yes, Kageyaki did mention crests before. Perhaps they have some kind of significance to your link to this world. How curious. Kageaki said that everyone in this world, us included, is made up of data. Perhaps yours has been corrected in some way, or I suppose altered rather than corrected. The Digivices, perhaps, make you physically different. An interesting hypothesis, he says.
It is possible. Seemingly, you are able to understand Digimon a little bit better once you're closer to our Digivices somehow.
Yes, they seem to have
So-
multi-purposes. They contain an infinite amount of data, or so it seems. Translate the language of this world. Purify corruption. So the Digivice in and of itself can rewrite code. He says. Perhaps that will help
Yeah.
Kageaki's conundrum. I will tell him of this at once, he says, and he reaches into his pocket and pulls out a walkie-talkie. Father to son, father to son.
Hi.
Hey son. So, Brain had a big strike of genius just now. Thought I'd share it with you. You mentioned before your Digivices, it purifies corruption,
More or less.
and the corruption is within the Digimon themselves, right? So
Yeah.
the Digivice is rewriting that person's or that Digimon's code. You said it'd be impossible to rewrite the code of a person, but it seems possible for the Digivice. Food for thought.
Huh. I'm not sure if it's rewriting or removing a virus that shouldn't be there in the first place.
Still worth testing. Viruses and computer code, after all, alter the code, make it run less smoothly. Maybe that's what's happened to your friends. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to building this portal. You think on that? He says,
Okay.
puts his walkie-talkie away. Now, let's get back to studying this portaling ability of yours, he says. He pulls out this scanning machine tool, and he sort of blinks it over you. It waves over with this blue light, and it scans your whole body. You see your body going see-through and becoming ones and zeros as he does that. And he something pops up on a computer screen next to him. Yes, there's definitely something here. They even colored the code. Interesting. Coordinates. Quickly, he says. He talks to you, Sonia. Think of a place you've been before. Any place.
The portal can take me to places I've been, but not just. I need to also somewhat know a person being currently present in said space, I believe.
Okay, well, think about a person. Any person will do.
Okay. She's going to think about the caretakers of the orphanage, then.
Fascinating, he says as his eyes widen. The code, it's shifting and changing. Yes.
Is it?
It's altering every time you think of that person. Think of somebody else.
Well, okay. She's going to think of the kids now.
changed, but only minorly. A couple of ones and zeros shifted that time, but not by much.
Thinking about Stella and the rest of the group that are currently here now.
Whoa. The code had rearranged itself entirely. Who are you thinking of right now?
My friends in this world.
Interesting. And who were you thinking about before?
People from back home. Figured might as well give it a try.
Your biology could be the key to us finding a way home. There's something different about you. Your code, it restructures itself when you think about different people in different places. I think that your code creates coordinates for your portal to aim at. You create wormholes to people that you know. It's an interesting hypothesis. It'll require more study, but with your unique power, we can get back home and save everybody.
That would be fantastic. If I can be useful in any way, let me know.
You've been more than useful already, he says. Now, if you could think about someone in the human world just one more time for me. I need to make a copy and paste of this coordinate.
She's once again thinking to the kids in the orphanage, one by one.
You see him clack away on the keyboard as he types some code out on another screen. Perfect. Exactly what I need. And done, he says as he presses enter. Okay, this might take some time to repurpose, but if I can figure out where the coordinates are stored in this piece of code, I'll be able to direct us home. Using Kageyaki's old methodology and the updated coordinates from you, it might just be possible to make our way back. You know, for children, you guys really are unique and important.
We've been told as much a couple times. Heroes.
I heard a
if you can
special
believe
phrase.
it.
Taisto, what are you and Ghostmon up to at the moment?
Well, I think since we can't really be of use with the portal thing, because I guess we could try and evolve to Flame Wizardmon and do some magic, but I don't think we could be too useful. We might be trying to get our affairs in order, I suppose.
What do you mean by getting your affairs in order?
Well, I mean, I still think there is an unresolved issue with a certain Lampmon, not Lampmon. Yes, Lampmon. No, Candlemon. Yes, Candlemon. That needs to be resolved before we fuck off to the human world and might never come back.
Okay, so let's say that you're in your home in Icon Village, Icon City, whatever we're calling it now. You're with Ghostmon and the in-training form of Bullikomon that I always forget the name of. Can anyone remember the name of the in-training form? I've forgotten its name.
Yukimi Bottomon?
Yukimi Bottomon, that's it. I always think of Snow first, but rather than Yukimi in my head. Sure. So yeah, you're with Yukimi Bottomon, Ghostmon, and Candlemon in your home. What kind of things are you trying to get out of him?
Well, I think we would try to. Well, this is awkward, but since it seems that we might be going to the human world pretty soon to try and see if we can stop the Aboromon from destroying everything, there's a it seems that the time to make some kind of a decision is at hand. Candlemon. It's quite unfair that you would be put into this position where you have to make this awful choice, but I think that kind of a decision. I think the decision having been made, a definitive decision having made, would be important for Ghostmon here. So we could, so he knows, so for closure.
I've had a lot of time to think about this, he says as he holds the amulet in his hand. I hear it, the whispers from inside the pendant, the memories and the happiness and the sadness. They call to me, they tell me to put it on and to go back to who I was. Terrifies me. It really does. But if
I understand that, it must be very, very scary to the prospect of the memories of you who you used to be. But I know that I know that Wizardmon was a good guy. He was a good Digimon. His heart was in the right place, and he was kind, and he was just, and very helpful in times of we needed a friendly exposition from a knowledgeable NPC. Sorry, he was a good friend to Ghostmon, and he was a good man.
I can feel it. He cared very greatly about Ghostmon. I don't really know you very much, but you seem like a nice Digimon, and I'd hate for you to lose your friend. I don't really have a purpose here anymore because of what happened to Master. I can't believe he's gone too. From what I've heard, this world's at risk, right? Do you need this Wizardmon's help to save it?
I would like to roll to assess the situation. No, I will not assess the situation. Or my dead body.
You could roll to see through Candlemon if you'd like to.
True, that sounds like a good idea. I think I'll do that. I will try to see through Candle. Why is my kind locked? Oh, I locked my kind. Jesus. Oh well.
If you want to unlock it at any point, remember you can use your alternate moment of truth to do that.
I'll try and I think this is a reflection of Taisto's own insecurity about the issue, because he doesn't want to be pressuring Candlemon into any kind of decision. He obviously has a preference to the outcome, but he thinks that it would be unjust to kind of force the decision, force the matter on Candlemon. So I think he would do his best to try and gauge what Candlemon's reaction is. So he kind of tries to pick up on the cues of what kind of insecurities Candlemon might have, which is, yes, I will roll to see through Candlemon. Am I angry? Am I angry? I'm not angry. Cool. Do I have I have influence over Candlemon. Jesus. 11.
Cool.
Right. All right. All right. What do you intend to do?
You can see in his face that he's struggling to come to a decision. On the one hand, he likes who he is now, and he'd love to know where his life would lead. But on the other hand, he has a future where he already knows who he is, and is somebody he used to be, and seems to be kind and useful, and if he can be useful in that form, he's leaning towards changing. Even if inside
Alright.
he'd prefer not to.
Fuck. All right. What do you want me to do?
He wants you to support him in making an informed decision that helps save the world. If you and Ghostmon truly need Wizardmon, he wants your support in knowing that it's the right choice. But if you don't need Wizardmon for whatever reason, and he could live his own life and not need to be there to save the world or to help save it, then he also wants that support to make the right decision to not change who he is as well. So it really depends on you. He's looking at you for guidance as to what the right decision is. Not the one that he wants to do, but the one that's right. Because that's what his master would have wanted.
Right. Okay. How could I get your... Well, I already kind of know the answer, but how could I get your character to accept that it... how could I get your character to want to become Wizardmon? Right. Yes. That's a good question. Thank you, me.
Maybe if you can reassure him that he and Wizardmon aren't so different, and that if he does change into Wizardmon, that he won't be lost as much, that he'll still be there, just behind a new set of eyes, new set of knowledge.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
So, your question was how could you get him to accept that he needs to change? Yeah.
No, I asked, well, how could I get get your character to want to become Wizardmon?
Yeah, so for him to want to become Wizardmon, you'd have to convince him that he and Wizardmon aren't so different, and that he won't change as much as he think he will once he does accept it. That he'll still be there behind a new set of eyes and a new set of knowledge. That it'll still be him in the driver's seat, even if his personality or his memories change slightly.
Right.
And that's 3.
Yes, I know. You know, you seem to have held your mastery in quite the high esteem, Candlemon. Even though we only met him briefly, it's kind of admirable the kind of loyalty that you had for him.
He was amazing. The power, his knowledge, his depth of expertise, the things that he could do were limitless. But they were bound by his curse. It was amazing when he could perform his feats of magic freely. But ultimately, when I found out that what he wanted was to replace this world with one that's been before, to get rid of everything and make it a big black hole that swallows everything up, I didn't know he felt like that on the inside. All I saw was this amazing, knowledgeable mentor who I looked up to. I guess you never really know what someone's going through until it's too late.
But is that all there is to it? Like admiration? Because the Wizardmon that I knew, that we knew, me and Ghostmon knew, he was also a kind of person who was very loyal to his friends and those who needed him.
Oh, we were friends.
Seems like
we were very close.
Mhm.
He was almost like a father to me. He was there the day I hatched. Took me in, taught me all sorts of new things about magic, about life. Everything that I know is from him. He was very close and very dear to me, and I wouldn't dream of betraying him. And I wanted to make myself as useful as possible. Maybe even be his heir or something once he got old and his data started to wither away. I could carry on his torch for him.
Isn't that kind of how Wizardmon was to you, Ghostmon? After you reincarnated as Ghostmon and you'd lost your memories, Wizardmon was kind of this same kind of a father figure, a mentor for him as Lampmon seems to have been for you. It was quite an... It's part of the reason why they were so close.
That's right.
Right, Ghostmon?
He took me under his wing, and well, all I remembered was the mission, nothing else. But I knew Wizardmon, and I knew that I trusted him. And when I got my memories back and I remembered who he was my closest friend. The person that I put my greatest trust in before I met you, Tystill. He always had my back and I always had his. He definitely became like a mentor to me when I'd lost my memories, but the shoe was very much on the other foot when I had them. You see, Wizardmon had both kind of roles. He loved to learn. He loved to look up to people that he admired and support them as best he could, but he also looked down and looked back at the people that he could support and bring up and rise above him. He was a very selfless individual, always thinking about the other people rather than himself. That's why he came here from Witchenley and risked persecution from the Sorcerymon brothers. He was here to save everyone here, in whatever way he could. That's very much like you, Candlemon. I think Candlemon sort of looks down at the pendant. It's kind of got a smile on his face that's sort of comforting, but it has undertones of worry where his lips slightly quivering. And did it hurt when you got your memories back, Ghostmon? How did you get your memories back? If you got yours back late too, did you change? Tysto, is he a different Digimon to what he used to be?
That's a very difficult question. Actually, he's not actually all that different. He's I think after he got his memories back, Ghostmon became a bit more of a. I think you became actually a lot braver after that point, Ghostmon, but he was still the same kind of prankster underneath. Even way after he got his memories back, he still kept pulling pranks on me. Like just yesterday, I found a thumbtack in my shoes as I was putting them on, and that certainly hasn't gone really anywhere. So I guess he didn't change all too much. And considering how similar you are to Wizardmon, I don't think there is that much of a change with you either. It's just there's the memories that are there, and yeah, I don't know if it hurt. It didn't actually seem like he it hurt with Ghostmon that much.
Sorry, so ask that again.
It doesn't seem like it hurt Ghostmon too much.
That's reassuring to hear. It doesn't hurt. That's great. And if there's even a little piece of me remains behind, at least I can know that I'm still there. Maybe I'll stay in the driver's seat and just have the knowledge. Who knows? It's a big leap of faith, isn't it?
Yes, it definitely is.
Taisto, do you need this Wizardmon? Is he someone you need in order to save the world?
I know that we are currently facing a lot of many difficult obstacles. We need to find a way to the human world, and we need to find a way so that we have all the strength we need when we get there to confront the Diaboromon. And these are areas where Wizardmon's expertise and knowledge could make a critical difference. But I can't say that having Wizardmon will definitely solve all our problems. But I am certain that his help would make all the difference, or much of the difference at least.
That's all I need to know. If it can help you in any kind of way, I'm sure he'd do the same thing if it was me in the amulet.
Thank you, Candlemon.
If I don't remember myself, could you tell Lampmon when you get him back that I was brave, that I did the right thing?
You are the bravest Digimon I know. It has been an honor to it's an honor to know you, but I'm sure that you'll remember yourself. You can tell Labmon yourself how brave you were.
He lowers his head slowly. He starts lifting the amulet up over his head. He takes a deep breath before he drops it and lets go and has it swing around his neck. See you on the other side then. He lets
See you
go.
on the other side.
It swings from left to right as it dangles around his neck. It glows bright red as data pours out of the amulet, wraps itself around Candlemon, lifts him into the air. A blinding flash of white light engulfs the room, and as Taisto blinks away the light to adjust his eyes, and as data falls from the ceiling like stardust shimmering through the night sky, Wizardmon stands before you.
Fully evolved?
Fully evolved.
Oh, nice. Wizardmon! Tell me, do you remember him? Do you remember him?
Do I remember who?
Candlemon.
get a
Oh, fuck.
vague
Ah, fuck.
sense. I remember Candlemon. I remember many Candlemon, but this one, he feels different. Yes, I think I do, he says. He
That's a relief.
takes a step forward and he staggers to his knee. He looks a little weak after the transformation. What happened? Where am I?
You're in Icon City. You're in my home. You were attacked. It was quite a long ago. And you perished.
I died.
But yes, but you had your amulet of memories, and Candlemon put it on, and now you're back.
I see. You saved me. How can I ever repay you?
We didn't save you. Candlemon saved you.
Candlemon? Is that who I was?
Yes.
You
Yes,
didn't get
you
to
were.
me
You
before
were.
I hatched, it seems.
No, it was. We had a lot of difficulty getting to Witchelney. We had to defeat Seraphimon, and it was a lot. But Wizardmon, I know you might be weak and confused, but we need your help. We need to get you to Kagayaki immediately.
Very well. Show me the way. And you lead him out of the house.
Yes,
You
yes,
like
we lead.
support him on your shoulder as you
Yes.
stagger out. We'll cut to Kagayaki then. Kagayaki, what are you up to at the moment now? You got that tidbit from your dad. You've talked things over with the prior Digidestined.
He says about virus, but even if we treat this as a virus and we cleanse it, you could just kill you outright. What do I do with this information? Fuck, man. I don't know what to fucking do. We don't have anything to work with.
That's not true. You guys are scientists. You have everything you need to work with. You have your test subjects right here.
No,
We're already dead, Kagayaki. If you can bring Isaac back to life, that is an absolute bonus. But if you need test subjects, use me first, he says. It's the kindest thing to do if everybody else is too scared. And I think as Einari stands up, that's when Taisto and Wizardmon burst through the door.
God!
Kagayaki! Wizardmon is here!
Wizardmon staggers
Oh.
through the door behind him.
So you went through with it. I see.
It was Candlemon's decision.
Fear not, young Kagayaki, he's still in here somewhere. I can feel him. His fire burns, though dimly.
If you say so.
Taisto says you could use my help. He staggers in and takes a seat on the bench beside you.
Yeah, he really fucking could.
I think Mummymon sees Wizardmon, rushes over, and he's like, "Oh my god, you're alive! Here, quickly, put these on." And he says he slathers some potion across his chest and wraps him in some bandages and stuff. How is this possible? I thought he was deleted.
More or less same way we brought back your wife, although with a dangerous time lag.
You Digidestined sure are something else. Bringing back the dead? That's something only I attempted.
And something I'm currently trying. Oh wait, shit. Wizardmon's back. He not so sadly looks towards Eutimio and his partner.
Eutimio has a sort of blank look on his face. He's kind of shell-shocked, it looks like. His hands are trembling. And he grasps the hand of his partner next to him. Tries to hold the jitters still. He seems to be having the start of a panic attack.
Yeah, I can't really blame him. Alright. Time to go get one step closer to the edge, and I'm about to cast Charm. I try to use Calm Emotions on him.
I don't think it works. You cast Calm Emotion, and his digicode seems to resist it in a weird way. His partner seems to get calmer, but Eutimio doesn't. He starts hyperventilating a little bit. He's like, how you here? Do you remember what I did? I'm so sorry. He throws himself at Wizardmon's feet. I don't deserve kindness. What I did, unforgivable it was. Tears are streaming down his face.
Eutimio, it wasn't your fault, I think. Right?
Dear Boromir, the false memories he implanted inside my head. He told me that the Icon Village, it was the place with the greatest evil. It was a place that needed to be fixed in order to save the world. I was sent there to assassinate Wizardmon because he said that Wizardmon was the mastermind behind it all. The intelligence and the genius, the cogs that were turning behind you false Digidestined who were trying to replace us. But now I have mine back. I know that's not true.
I mean, Wizardmon was the glue holding us together, but well, you know that the point is you weren't yourself. you were being controlled by Diaboromon, and what you did under that control, you did for good reasons. That you did for what you thought were good reasons.
Excuse me. It's Timio speaking right now?
Yes.
Because if I remember right, he didn't even know he had a partner then, and he looked through the Digivice, through this partner's eyes when it happened.
Yes, that's a good point. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't want to ruin the
So
big
it was-
emotional scene.
yeah,
but,
I thought
yeah.
you were getting at something, so I didn't say anything.
That's right.
Mhm.
Sorry, I forgot.
I
that he
ju- I
hadn't
just-
met
I just-
Diaboromon at that point in time.
I just thought we were talking about the partner, right? The partner is the one
Mhm.
who did the murder, though. I was
Yes,
just
yes.
I just
yes.
was talking to him at the whole
Yeah,
time.
we're talking to Svermon. Okay, so Svermon was brainwashed into thinking that Wizardmon was evil. He got hired by the Digi Assassins via Lampmon, via Caramon, to take out Wizardmon and destabilize you. But Eutimio saw it all through its eyes, so he feels incredibly guilty about it. Like we just mentioned, their Digicore makes them one and the same. So when one of them feels extreme guilt, so does the other one. So yeah, I'll say you calmed Eutimio down, but I think that Svermon is the one that's saying all this and getting very emotional and beating himself up about what he did. They told me that if I did this one job for them, they'd lift my curse. That everything would go back to the way it should be. That I'd find my partner again. That he would never abandon me again. But now I know that they were feeding me lies. You were a good Digimon, weren't you? I would do anything to have the curse lift, but what I did was unforgivable, even by that standard. So please, you don't have to accept my apologies, but I'm so sorry for what I did. Wizardmon puts a calming hand on Svermon's mane. They're their child. There was nothing you could do in the situation. I've heard your legend. The dark curse that was placed upon you is terrible. But it was placed upon you by none other than Caramon. If there's anyone to blame, it's him. We have more pressing things to discuss than pointing blame. My life is trivial in the grand scheme of things. From what I've heard from Taisto, the world, your world, is now at stake. And while it's at stake, witchingly crumbles. So tell me, Kageyaki, how can I be of use to you? What can I do to fix this?
Where do I fucking begin? So, first things first, in order to just be able to help our world in the first place, we need to find a way to make sure that when these guys, he motions to the old chosen ones, go back to our world to help, they don't just die. because they came here by dying and kept themselves stable by combining with their Digimon.
There is a way to stabilize them.
Okay, yeah.
The amulets. He takes his off of his neck. These are a special item from Witchenly, gifted only to the most important members among the Academia. It contains not only memories of your past, but almost like a full restore. A copy of your code, if you will.
Oh, that's right. You no longer need the amulet once you actually put it on.
If we can somehow find information about what they were before, we can use the amulet to full restore them.
Nemesimon. How the fuck? Yeah, sorry?
We'd be able to separate their cores and stabilize both the Digimon and the human. But only if we can get this information about who they once were, their physiology when they were dead, on your end. Do you know where we might get something like that?
Nemesimon's a start. I'm not sure how much his memory capsules can do for this. Their physiology specifically. That... How do we get that?
I think.
How do we...
Einari pipes up. This full restore thing. Won't that mean that I won't remember anything of the digital world? I'll go back to who I was when I died. I don't want to forget what's happened here. It's gonna give me nightmares for the rest of my life, but everything I've been through here has made me grow as a person. I couldn't dream of losing that.
You won't have to. We'll find some way that you don't.
Yeah.
We won't lose you again.
If we get the code, we're gonna tweak it a bit. Keep the mental data and the physical data separate.
I'm sure Nemesimon could help with that, Higeki says.
Yeah. Yeah, how the fuck did we get a hold of him? Was Kawayaki informed that Nemesimon got the communication device?
I think Momion says, why Nemesimon's here in Icon City? Didn't he tell you?
What?
He wanted to document everything. Everything that was happening. It's a big historical event. The Digidestined are gathering to fight the darkness. It's one of the moments he wishes to capture.
Well, shit! We're actually getting something. Fuck! Hi. My door opened.
I think we'll cut the scene on that sort of cliffhanger of Nemesimon being in Icon City. We'll cut to Sonia. Kageyaki's dad's just finished his scans of you. He's sort of in the zone. He will not respond to anything right now. He's just typing away, trying to get the code to work, cursing every time it hits an error. He's told you that you're free to go. and that your physiology was invaluable to him. What is Sonia's next steps, Elephant?
She doesn't really have next steps. She'd probably just err in the village on her own, just overcome by the wave of nostalgia, thinking about the people she left behind, the worry of leaving Pelomon as remembering her last conversation with her, and unresolved grudges with Garamon as well. She's probably just walking alone, mulling things over to herself.
I think you're wandering around town alone, and you bump into Nemasimon. I think you literally walk into him because you're so deep in thought. You like bounce off of him, and he looks down upon you, and he's like, "Ah, young Sonia."
Oh, sorry.
He like offers a hand and lifts you up with ease.
Thank you.
Isn't it most exciting a time? A great historical event is about to happen, and I'm here to record it. I remember the
Yes.
last great historical event. It didn't turn out quite how I had hoped.
Exciting is a word for it. Thank you for your help.
I have something for you.
You do?
He holds out a vial. It's vibrant in colour. Greens and blues and soft hues of red sort of wave in and out of the glass vial. It's
Is
bigger
this-
than his usual vials. It almost looks like one of those test tubes with the massive bottom, where it's got like the,
Oh.
the thin neck and then like a big wide bottom.
I see it, yeah.
I want you to have
Is it-
this.
Like your old memory vials? Or what is it exactly?
Before Diaboromon reincarnated, I upheld my end of the bargain. This appeared next to me the next morning. This is the digital
mean-
world of before.
Oh, it's really important. You sure you want to give this to me, of all people?
Well, I don't particularly know the other Digidestined,
Guess that's fair.
and from what I've heard of legend, your wish will be granted.
I wish. Or our wish in general, as in our group. I
In
don't think I
general.
have any. Yes.
The wish to
Again.
save both worlds. I want you
Thank
to
you.
help. The only way to restore this world and protect the old is to wish to make a second world for this memory to fill.
I imagine it can't be that easy, can it? There's usually some kind of cost involved.
The cost has already been paid. The ritual of choosing is very clear. It says that when the Digidestined and their partner separate, the worlds will be restored to what they once were before the darkness came. That a great light will shine across the world, and happiness and light will return.
I see.
The
So,
cost is you destroying the darkness and separating from your partners, and if you do that, and if you will it, you can also restore this world too. At least that is my hope.
destroying the darkness within my partner? But that's...
No, destroying the darkness in the prophecy, child. The darkness
Prophecy?
within your partner. He taps on Pillamon's chest. Keep that safe. Embrace it. Like you did when Doromon was there to help. That darkness is not as dark as you think. That darkness is just a different kind of light.
Yeah. I think I agree on that. It's kind of weird to think about, but... So, what should I do with this file? Should I keep it until...
Keep it until your final moments with Pillowmon, and then uncork it and let it free. And hopefully the ritual will do the rest. That is my hope. That is their only hope. You can
Okay.
save both worlds. I know you can do it. Don't
Only I can
think,
save
don't
some
plan,
world.
just do.
Yeah, that's what I do, I guess. Never been a big planner.
I would like you to raise savior, lower superior.
Yeah, sure. Wait, lower superior, you say?
Yes.
I cannot lower superior, so...
Okay, well, tell us then, mark a condition, and tell us how him putting this weight upon you makes you feel.
Either very insecure that somehow me can save the world on my lonesome, or we could play the guilty angle, since so far I've been known to actually destroy worlds I've been to, which only has still not recovered as far as we know. So that might be a bit hypocritical of Sonia to dare play the heroes now, you know? So either seems fine to me. Provoke us like the situation define originally. It seems like guilty would fuck me in the ass a bit less than insecure.
Okay, Matt,
Defend might be useful. Yeah.
So maybe he's not directly trying to make you feel guilty, but you feel this guilt that you need to relieve by doing this for him, maybe. Does that sound right?
Yep.
Coolio. Okay. I know you can do what's right, Sonia. You false quote-unquote digi-destined. You're the true heroes of the story. At least that's what,
very meta of you.
At least that's what the prophecy foretold. Just remember for me the wise words that were laid down. Together, perhaps they can achieve an even greater destiny than those which came before.
Yeah. I understand this. I've been running away for a long time from my friends, but when I thought surely this would be the end and no one would come for me, they did. And I will repay them for that. I think we'll pull through if we're together. Took a while, but we finally looking like a team.
Make sure you take those words to heart.
Yes. I will.
They're
I-
important, he says, and he departs.
I won't disappoint you. I hope. The vial weighs heavily in Sonia's hands as she tucks it away in a pouch. Okay.
I would like to call a quick 5-minute break so I can refill my drink, if that's okay.
Go for it.
Fine by me.
Awesome. So, I will reconvene at 5 to 9 in my time. It'll be 5 to 10 or 11 in your times.
Okay.
Be right back.
Later.
So that happened.
Yes.
Aha, the fool. The absolute buffoon. Once again. Forgot to
Left his microphone on. Yes.
Anyways, commercial break. Esteemed customer, as you can see, the chosen ones are currently trying to bring their old world back in a way. You may be unable to do that quite literally. However, you can bring your own little world right back to how it's supposed to be with Manscaped.
What? That's the worst segue ever.
I'm sorry. I get myself.
Oh god. Well, I hope you're enjoying the stream, everyone currently watching and people of the future. Looks like we're getting close to the big climax. What was your favorite moment in this series? Don't forget to comment down below and we'll maybe see it. I can't hear what they're saying, but it seems like a lively conversation.
I mean, it's for the better if we don't understand.
Yeah.
If anything, let me mute him. There we go. Alright.
So every Digimon seems to have regained their memories so far, and they're doing well.
Except you, Kimmy Botamon.
Fuck that guy.
Which is interesting because apart from Kodokugumon, it's like the safest one to bring back. It's a fucking snowball. It barely even registers the world around it at this point.
We'll raise it right. It will be our new party member. It will be a good friend for Gabumon and Bushi Gakomon. Yes. My god, they're cousins! Yeah. It's too bad that we don't really have much time to explore that relationship. But
Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and eat my omelette.
go for it.
Omereto.
ございます。
Right, I am back.
Hello.
Hello.
Eleanor just went to make himself an omelette. He should be back soon.
Oh, that's no problem. We still have a few minutes left.
Oh, is he back?
I'm back, but
let
feel
me
free to eat your omelette.
There we go. I muted you because you didn't mute yourself, and it felt like I shouldn't be listening.
I always forget to mute myself when I leave.
It would seem so, yes.
I'm present, by the way.
I'll let Kage.
So, can I be gift?
Huh?
If he's present, can I be gift?
No.
But yeah, I'll let you eat your omelette if you want, and we'll start whenever you finish eating your omelette.
Well, if we have another scene in the meantime before I get to play again, then this will take like 2 minutes to eat. It's an omelette. It's like 5 bites or so.
Fair.
We could focus on Taisto. Hello, Mr. Taisto.
The focus is what? What?
Yes,
Hello?
you're the hero now. You have to dodge quickly.
Oh. What do I roll? Quickly. Tell me what do I roll?
What's your worst one? Roll that one.
Oh shit. That must be. That must be. What is it? What even is it? I forgot.
Superior.
Yes, superior. I'm not very superior.
Okay, so wizard.
All right, I'm
came
rolling superior. Roll 2d6 plus. No, minus 2.
Congratulations,
it's
you are
fine.
dead.
Dead.
Yeah, so on a fail
don't
on
think
this
I'm
special
dead.
move, you gain
I don't think
5
there's a-
potential.
I'm pretty sure there is nothing in the playbooks that says dead.
No, I see it
Fucking
right.
God.
I see it right here. It says retire your character from life.
No. That one. Anything but that one, please. Not quite. Almost, but not quite. Oh, I still have time. It's only 4 potential away. I still have 4 potential until I
Yeah.
need to retire my character.
I myself am feeling pretty cozy right now.
What's your where are you at? How many? Oh, you still have plenty of time. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
You have like 2 advancements still. 2 advanced. Okay, well, fair enough. 1 advancement and one is 1 potential away. But yeah,
Mhm.
still very easy, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. No problem for you, youngling.
Yeah. That's how you're supposed to play the game.
I thought you were supposed to play the game so that you rush ahead everyone in potential and then just try to avoid every possible source of potential and whine at your GM when he makes you take potential at the end of the session until he makes it so that you don't have to do that, and then coast for 40 to 50 sessions trying to just not die. I thought that was how you were supposed to play the game.
I mean, at the beginning of the game, it seemed like you just wanted to have as much potential as you could possibly get. All those team moves. I'm only just helping you by giving you extra potential at the end of every session, right? Just feeding into that. It's funny because we haven't actually used team moves in quite a few sessions now.
There was a session where we got a lot of team. I don't remember what we did with this, but it's been a while now.
Team moves don't give you team.
Wasted
team moves
it. I'm pretty
give you
sure we just
things.
wasted all the team.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a lot of fights where we end the fight on like 5 team or something.
Mm-hmm.
You could have used it more, but you did not. Okay, so we're gonna cut into Kageyaki's dad. Here he types furiously on the computer, and we keep seeing the error message popping up on the screen. And then he pushes enter one more time, and it's a success on the screen. And he stands up and he's like, "Eureka!" as loud as he can. And he rushes over to Mumimon's hut to find Kageyaki and the others. He kicks open the door excitedly, holding a laptop. And he's like, "I've cracked the code! I did it! We've got a way home."
And he like sees Kagayaki's chair spinning around because he just launched himself out looking for Nemesimon.
Where is Kageyaki? Oh my gosh, she's never stood still. We get a scene of Kageyaki running across town with a piece of toast in his mouth, full on anime style, until he finds Sonia. He bumps into her. Sonia, you've bumped into people twice now. It's getting old.
Not my day.
Good choice of music.
Hello.
Hi, yeah. You see him happy for like the first time in fucking months. Yeah, I'm actually looking for Nemesimon. We kinda need him for a thing. There's some light at the end of the fucking tunnel for once. Have you seen him?
Me? Yes. As a matter of fact, I just saw him not that long ago. Just been done talking to him. He should be over there. Points to the direction in which Nano-Simon has been walking by. He said he had something to do, I think. He seemed pretty excited about recording this historical event.
Oh, that's great, perfect. And like not even thinking about it, he just grabs her, spins around a bit and charges towards the direction she pointed.
Oh, okay.
It is new. That's
Yeah.
new.
That is certainly a new experience.
Cool, so you charged towards where Nemesimon went. He went towards wherever Kageyaki's dad was working on the pole. And you guys end up just outside of town. Nemesimon's looking around curiously and he's like, "How strange. I swear he was supposed to be here."
Nemesimon!
He looks over his shoulder. "Ah, the younger version."
That's one way to put it.
The
Yes, I'm
rookie
the
level,
form.
I see. Yeah.
He's the adult form.
I mean, he
Yeah.
isn't wrong.
I've been looking for you. We actually could really use your help for the all chosen ones.
I
We
can-
kinda need you to. Yeah?
I can become a part of history?
Yeah, absolutely. We kinda need your memory stuff to help stabilize them so they can actually go back to the real world and help us.
I don't recall myself in the prophecy, but if I can help, I'll do what I can. he says.
Yes, yes, great, that's great. Finally. He looks so happy.
Are you okay? You look uncharacteristic for your usual demeanor.
Usually everything goes wrong. Something went right.
I suppose you could say everything's coming up Kageaki. He follows your lead. Where do you want to take him?
Back to the library, where we were working.
Cool. You like push open the door, step through. The dangly bell goes. That's in Wizardmon/Mummymon's home. You see your dad frantically yelling stuff at Taisto and Inari, Stella, Yutimio, and Higeki about succeeding in making a portal, and why the hell has Kageaki moved from where he said he would be, and like all this kind of stuff. Not realizing you've walked through the door.
Hi, Dad.
He turns around. There you are, son. I've cracked the code. Literally.
Oh,
He says.
that's perfect.
He slides a laptop along the table, showing the success rate of the code. Using Sonia's biological makeup in this world, I've managed to pinpoint the coordinates for Earth.
Oh, that's amazing, actually. We finally figured out what to do on our side as well. We're about to get to work.
Perfect. We'll be home again soon to see your mother.
Bit of an obstacle in the way, but yes.
I can't wait. It's been too long, he says.
That's amazing. So we have a solution there. Yes.
Yeah, we have a solution to everything.
Excellent. I knew we could trust you, Kakayaki. We couldn't have done this triumphant thing without you.
No!
Take heart, Elder. You get to fuck me up in return.
The fucking scream of agony.
But the thing is, so Eleanor, march one step closer to death, and then fuck Taisto's labels up in return. You can only move superior and unique. You can move them in either direction.
Don't tell him.
Oh. Huh. Let's go, unique up.
Okay, excellent. In that case, I take a condition.
Woohoo!
Yes.
Karma's a bitch, ain't it?
Tell us how this plan and this amazing news that Kageaki has brought to you makes you feel bad in some way.
Huh.
How you starting to trust Kageaki again is making you feel on the inside.
This feels wrong. This isn't supposed to be like this.
Exactly.
So I feel. What has the world come to that I need to put my trust and praise in Kagayaki? Truly, we must be living the end times, and everything will go to hell. No. I think the only one here that makes sense. Actually, there are two that make sense. Yes, I think I'm going to pick guilty, and I think Taisto feels at least a bit guilty in that he had to pressure Candlemon into accepting him becoming. He tried to make it as painless as possible, but he still feels a bit guilty that he had to pressure Candlemon into doing something he didn't want to, something very drastic, and that ended up helping us solve this. So this solution is based largely on Candlemon's sacrifice, and he feels a bit guilty that he made him do it. and that when this whole thing happened, when we were celebrating triumphantly, his first thought was to praise Kagayaki instead of remembering the ones lost along the way. Well, not lost. He still lives, apparently, at least faintly inside Wizardmon, but still, yes, guilty. Guilty it is. Guilty. Final offer. Guilty. Yes, locking in guilty. Guilty.
Good lord.
Sonia, how do you feel about the good news?
Bit overwhelmed. She's still dealing with a lot of things, but the joyous mood is somewhat infectious, and she is believing in her team. So even if she doesn't fully believe in herself yet, she does believe that everyone else, is finally coming together, and she's glad to see Kagayaki so upbeat for once in his life.
Yeah, you finally saw Kagayaki smile, and that's like something that very rarely happens.
Yeah.
Last time was literally when I met my dad for the first time.
Cool. So everyone's happy and celebrating, but this wouldn't be a Digimon episode when happiness is long-lived, right?
You little son of a...
We hear in the distance. The ground shakes beneath your feet. Several vials fall off of the nearby bookshelf and smash on the ground as the lights flicker on and off.
What is this?
You hear a commotion outside. Several screams. A couple of Digimon rushing towards the source of the noise. What do you do?
Why?
Charge headfirst into danger.
Get out.
Charge headfirst into
Yes,
danger.
we
it is.
yes we run outside. I think Taisto grabs Einari from in one of his hands and Ghostmon in the other, and then charges out and heads towards the source of the noise.
Oh, right. Before we go, Nemesimon, you start working on the vials. We need copies of their physiologies before they died and their current mental physiology so that we can combine the two. And they won't forget anything.
I already have memories of their pasts. Let me extract some of their present now, he says. He
Perfect.
touches Einari's head. And through his ear draws out this blue liquid that glows a soft purple once it's out. He drops it into a vial. Go. I'll handle the rest while you're dealing with whatever's going on out there.
Charge!
Tatakai!
You three come with me. He takes Stella, Eutimio, and Higeki inside to try and take their memories out. Wait.
My god, it's Quagamon. He finally took his revenge.
I don't need your
Oh
physiology.
my god, it's Magic
Oh,
Wagamon!
I won't need your
Oh, wow.
physiology, he says as he points to Higeki.
Good for you, King.
He says,
You
you can go with them. Eutimio, Stella, stay here. He closes the door behind him. We get a scene now at the gates to Icon City. The large metal what are they called? You know, the cross-hatched gate-looking things that would make up the doors.
Portcullis.
Portcullis have been blown off their hinges, sent flying, now buried and bent somewhere nearby. The place is swarming with Digimon. We see Dark Dramons, not Dark Dramons, the other one, Devi Dramon. I always do that. Devidramon, we see Vilemon, we see Skull Satamon bombing the cities. But at the center of it all, riding on the top of an eldritch abomination, sits Lilithmon.
Oh, of course.
Oh, fuck off, bitch. We were just having a good time.
Yeah, like, could you not wait 5 more minutes?
She sees you rushing towards the commotion. Found you. And she points a hand towards Taisto and Einari as they approach, and this eldritch abomination beneath her turns one of its heads towards you. It looks terrifying. It's sort of this hand-shaped abomination with various decaying-looking bird heads sticking out of the top. It's kind of unnerving to look at. In fact, even looking at it makes you feel extremely uncomfortable. I'm going to try and grab a picture for the stream so that they can see what it looks like.
Sounds pretty metal, not gonna lie.
Ah yes, Rethink Mimicmon.
Why is that not copying? Copy image address, please. Paste. Done, and view. Okay, that is really big. Go small. Why is it so big? That's what she said. It's so monstrous that it's taking up the entire stream, apparently.
Bacana.
There we go.
Surprise nightmare still.
This is what pops out. I will also paste a picture of it in our chat so you guys can all see too.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's
Squawks.
That looks like something Junji Ito would draw.
It squawks and squeaks. Its many eyes locking yours, Taisto. And then its middle-fingered head turns towards you and lets out a massive gust of black wind. It bursts towards you. I think we see Ghostmon digivolve instinctively into Flawizardmon and try to blow it away with his matchstick staff. But you can see that the moment it touches him, the staff begins to start turning into data and disintegrating.
ooh.
That's not good.
What do you do?
Rewind time for a couple minutes to where everything was happy and fun.
Oh yeah. What do we roll for that?
I think.
It's time for your alternate moment of truth.
Yeah, I just slammed the ultimate moment of truth. I just can't deal with this today. No, fuck you. No.
You just unceremoniously decimate them.
Yeah.
They came, they saw, they fucked off.
All right. Let's see. So there is this massive monster that's trying to destroy us, obviously, and there's an army of Devidramon, and on top of this, whatever this thing is Lilithmon as well.
Yes.
Yes. What are the Devidramon doing?
They're currently smashing through different buildings in Icon City, trying to weed out weak Digimon to pounce on. You see
Right.
a Bearmon and a Guilmon and several Hawkmon and Falcomon running for their lives as they get smashed through and knocked out of their homes.
I think we see Flame Wizardmon trying to fight against the black wind that's destroying everything. He spots that his matchstick staff is starting to disintegrate, and then we cut to his eyes, where he steals his gaze, and as he right. So first he's losing the battle. He's getting blasted with the black wind. Then he looks around and sees that Devidramon are destroying the city and are endangering innocent people. And then we cut to his eyes, where his look steals as he starts taking steps towards this eldritch abomination. He thrusts forward his other matchstick staff and shoots a jet of fire that fans out in the wind like an umbrella, keeping it away. As he builds up momentum to send, he builds up momentum and charges a ball of fire that he then explodes into more balls of fire that are going to strike at the Devitramon so that they don't hurt anyone else. Yes, that is what we're going to do. All the while charging towards the Eldritch Abomination. Yes.
Cool.
This is what we're going to do.
Could we roll to defend?
Yes, we can. Thank you. You right? Yes, that is correct. And just making sure. Yes, that is a 13.
Describe how you saved the people from Devi Dramon.
Right. I think that this Eldritch Abomination is taken aback. Is taken aback by the belligerent advance of Flame Wizardmon, such that he briefly stops his scream and emanating this black wind. And so we see that Flame Wizardmon is able to he charges his ball of fire, and then he is able to jump high into the air. Sorry, he jumps high into the air, and he makes a somersault, yes, in midair, and slams the ball of fire down. And as it comes down, it explodes into these smaller balls of fire, and each one strikes the Devitramon, and they explode and throw the Devitramon back towards this Eldritch Abomination, trying to coral them kind of in, I suppose. I don't know. I kind of already described how it happened. I'm going to clear a condition. Yes.
Which condition are you
I am no
clearing?
longer guilty. Well, the only one I had, which is guilty.
Okay, cool. The next
I'm
to
no longer
arrive
guilty.
on the scene is Sonia. You slide as you try and halt yourself from running forwards, as you see Flame Wizardmon land a fire blast, knocking Devi Dramon away and back towards this Eldritch Abomination, which is super unsettling to look at. It kind of reminds you of when you went all evil and dark and all that inky stuff dripped down on you and all that kind of stuff. It's very similar kind of aesthetic to that.
Yeah.
You know that it's not good to see things like that. What do you do? Taisto and Fluizidmon have dealt with the Devidramon and the Vilemon that were terrorizing the rookies. There's still a couple of Skull Satamon in the sky bombing the city, and there's obviously this Eldritch Hand that's coming for Taisto.
Okay, first of all, Sonia will just try to calm excitement and swelling emotions from earlier, as she's starting to refocusing on this new threat. And I'd like to possibly take a deep breath, before things, start to escalate. If I may.
Sure.
plus kind. Yes, +3, and I do not think I have anything.
So which move are you making? Sorry, the
The
one
move-
where you charge yourself.
Take a deep breath. When you still yourself in the calm before the storm,
Oh, that
roll
one.
plus kind on it. Yep.
So on a 10 plus, choose 2. On a 7 choose 1. Cool. Let's see what you roll.
8.
Eight.
Oof, that wasn't good, but yeah, that works.
Well, it's a hit still.
Yeah, I'd like to clear a condition. I don't know which one would be more, because I will hurt someone in this fight, but most likely I might make a sacrifice. Provoke, assess, comfort, suppose, see through. Angry seems, yeah, sure.
Cool. Take a moment, you steal yourself.
Okay, so I seem to notice a big birdie head hand coming for Taisto, is that right?
It's not coming for Testo, it's blowing these dark, gaily winds towards him, and everything it touches seems to be melting away and being coated in this black, inky liquid.
Okay. So in that case, could I technically use my holy powers to charge and make a shield around myself, since it's, it can hold back the mundane threats, and I imagine just the after effects of his attack is not as dangerous as the mon himself.
Sure, we'll say that it's a mundane threat in the sense that it's slow acting. Like, left alone, it would probably be much more than mundane and weak, but yeah, I will say that your holy powers can hold back this black ink's effects.
Wait, I still had one hold. We remove the hold at the end of the scenes, right?
Yeah, you hold for the scene.
Yeah. So I should have used the. Okay. Dang, I should have used the move before I removed my
Wasn't it
condition.
for the season?
What?
Wasn't
why?
it for the season, like the hold? For the scene makes it really clunky.
The whole session or season?
Session.
Session. Okay. It might have been, but that was
either way, that
hold
was from like five episodes
Yeah.
or something ago. So
Yeah, I forgot. So I need to take a moment to charge this. On a missile through and mark. Oh, I don't know if I want to do that now. Do I have anything else that can do pretty much the same thing? Will my powers would be nice, but usually will my powers overlaps with other moves. It's a bit complicated.
there's Celestial
So
Light.
let's Celestial defend others from evil. Roll with advantage. Well, I guess that's really. I could use this.
Just bear in mind that if you do
I will-
use it, you'll lose Portal or Celestial Light because of your balance track.
Yeah, well, I'll remove Celestial Light right afterwards. So remind me again, when I go under the balance track, does it go to 4, or like does it take the amount I lose? So since I'm at 0, I would be at 3, I guess.
So think of a blank track as being a full track of the previous one. So you're currently at like 5 balance. You'll take 2 away, you'll get down to 3. If that makes sense.
Okay, so I'm at okay, that makes sense to me. Boop boop boop. Use Celestial Light to defend the others from this evil threat. Yeah. And I would imagine Pilomon looks kind of shocked or upset to see Lilithmon around.
I think that she's more upset by the black inky substance.
Ah,
It
that's
reminds
interesting.
her of the thing that almost tore you away from her. You can see that
Yeah.
she looks kind of a mix of angry and scared.
Mm-hmm.
but you charge up your holy powers and use celestial light to defend the city from being disintegrated. Do you want to roll me?
Okay,
kind?
Pillarman.
And tell me
Do
what
I
that
need
looks
to
like.
roll? Well, as she's taking a moment to charge up the light inside her to protect others, she's putting a hand on top of Pillarman. It's okay, Pillarman. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. I'm here. We'll be okay this time. I won't go away.
Could you make me 2 kind rolls now? The first one
Two
to
kind
defend the
rolls.
city, the second one to comfort and support Pillarmon.
Yeah. Okay, so one will be +4, and wait. Oh, I just removed angry Side, and the other would be +3. Yeah. Okay, let's deal with this. All the rolls 2d6 f16 +3. So that's the move. Defend. Defend is 8, so that should be fine. 2d6 +4 is 11. So I comfort and support really, really good.
She
Potential clear condition.
shakes her head and she's like, "You're right, Sonia. We can do this together. We can overcome this evil monstrosity. We've done it before and we'll do it again."
Yeah. So since she's basically me, do I get the benefit of marking potential clearing conditions and whatnot?
So she's going to clear her condition, which was that she was angry and kind of afraid.
She does have
She's
some.
going to calm down.
Yeah. Okay.
Your defend was 7 to 9. You still get to either add team to the pool, clear a condition, or take influence over the city, which I assume you already have.
At this point, pretty much.
Fuck them up. Fuck them up.
You're going to either expose yourself to danger or escalate the situation, and I'll describe that after you've chosen your option. So is it team?
Okay, well, team seems pretty good. Yeah, I'm not in any immediate danger with the conditions right now.
Cool.
And the other move, defend. The team, take influence, clear condition. Well, it's pretty much the same thing, so I could add another one. Okay, yeah. Well, let's add 2 teams. Yeah, why not?
Team 3. Right, so you put up this barrier of light to defend the city from this dark miasmic stuff, and the eldritch hand squawks loudly at you as another one of the heads turns towards you, Sonia. It's the thumb.
Oh, I don't like describing it like that. Oh, no, that's nasty.
This thumb, it doesn't have a bird head on it. It just has a mouth with sharp, gangly teeth and a long tongue. It makes a sort of kind of noise, and then it spits this black fireball out, and it comes straight towards you. Kagiaki, you just arrived on the scene with Higeki. What do you do?
So what is it trying to do to Sonia right now?
It's trying to
Spitting on me.
spit a black fireball at her.
Teleporto.
Cool. Do you want to roll to defend, Sonia?
I sure do. 2d6 plus 2 is before at this point. Yeah, right, yeah. 10.
Cool. You do it. Describe what that looks like, and then tell me which option you're going to choose.
Adding another team to the pool, I feel we're going to need it until we evolve. I'm not sure how the fuck I'm going to evolve in here. So, like, fight or flight kicks in on behalf of someone else. And the moment he comes out and scours the situation, he notices the fireball and knows exactly what to do. Dorumon evolves and swiftly melts into the shadow. He comes up from below Sonia, snatches her, and moves her out of the way.
And I think as that happens, Sonia, your Digivice glows pink. Would you like to Digivolve? Because you comforted and supported your partner's darkness.
It is the power of
yeah.
licht.
Yeah. Yeah, sure, I can try. Evolution. Should we not also do the move
Yes.
right before the
I'm
fight now?
about to ask that after you Digivolve.
Okay, that's fine. Plus conditions, that's +1 right now. It probably won't work, but yeah. You never know. 6 +1.
Jimkin.
What the fuck is that supposed to be, Tiamat?
Nope, 6 unless team works somehow.
Team can work if someone can tell them how they support you in digivolving. Maybe your digivolution was about to be interrupted somehow, or maybe you need that one extra little push of light to help knock you over the edge. Who can help?
Sanlupon turns around and Oski notices something like, what would it be, like an uncertainty? You'll have to, like, what would prevent you?
What would prevent my my doubt?
So either something physical is preventing you, i.e. you being attacked, or something mental is stopping you. What would it
I
be?
would say might be a bit mental, as she is still currently struggling with the darkness in her, and so, and being guilty still from earlier. So, busting out the power of light seems like the thing that I think she shouldn't be doing. Not that she shouldn't be doing, that she shouldn't be allowed to at this current point in time. If that makes sense.
In that case, Sanlupon should be able to help. So, after he teleports and he notices the Digivice glowing and then glowing less and less as uncertainty hits, he'll turn around to look at Sonia. Kid, I know your situation has always been complicated, but I also know that words. But I have been Pilomon for a second. When we merged, I know that it's going to be alright. Put some trust in you and put some more trust in your partner as well. Let it out.
Yeah, you're right. Should trust Pilomon.
Why did they fall down twice?
And sorry, I'm still processing things right now. You're correct. I trust you. Together we can do this, right? That's what we've always done.
Yeah.
One more for the road. And saying this, the device regains the light that she just gained, shining even brighter now, as Pilomon goes right quickly to the sequence to go to from Shipmon to Luminamon, because we're not padding for time in this episode, so you know this evolution sequence is being rushed. Yeah, so boom, ball of wool and pop, like the wool explodes like popcorn, and in the middle comes Luminamon, shining bright on the battlefield, and our own presence alone counteracting the effects of the goop.
Cool.
And
now we
giving
will
a sense of ease to everyone else. Yeah.
And now we will roll to enter a battle against a dangerous foe as a team. So I had 2 teams to the pool to start with, so we're at 5 team. Does anybody in this team have influence over every other teammate?
I think everyone.
Yeah,
Kagayaki,
no.
Pablo, no.
I don't have
Influence over-
influence over everyone. No, wait.
I do.
I do.
You do.
Everyone has influence over everyone.
Woohoo!
Yay!
Does everybody have the same purpose in the fight?
Protect.
I would imagine so. Yes.
Yes.
What are your goals? Let's see if they align.
Protect.
I mean, protecting the village.
Protect.
Yeah. obviously.
Yes, protect.
Yeah.
Protect the city.
Cool. Does any team member mistrust another member of the team?
No.
What? No! Character
Nani?
development! Yay!
Unbelievable.
I
Is-
can't
Sucking it up.
believe this. It's happened.
Is the team ill-prepared or
Happened.
off-balanced?
No, fuck no.
Dare I say,
I guess. I guess.
we walked out on a nuke.
Yeah.
Not
But
exactly
it's not
prepared.
the first nuke that we faced.
I
Surely.
call us the opposite of prepared for this.
Next, does Kageyaki have influence over the entire team, and is he providing tactical input?
How? I don't fucking know anything about. How do I help you? Alright, you know what? Tactical input. I'll fucking say the most basic, obvious shit. Taisto! Unga bunga! I'll focus on keeping the town safe.
Finally, a plan I can get behind.
And finally, Taisto. We've entered battle as a team. Are they following your
Yes.
plan?
Kayaki,
My
I will
plan-
link
my-
bunga,
my
you protect
plan.
the team.
My plan is that we follow Kagayaki's tactical input, and based on that, Sonia, cover me. Kagayaki, help the town. That's what we were agreed to. Yes, I'm gonna go for the head.
Cool. We get a cool.
Which one?
We get a cool triple shot of you guys posing heroically as you split up in different directions to do your different roles. As your team counter goes ding 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 up to 9.
What?
Jesus, 9.
Guys,
How are we
use
gonna
that.
do with 9 fucking team?
Use it, hopefully.
Guys, we might actually break 10 this session. Cool. So, Taisto, you are unga bungering as Kageyaki put it. What does that look like?
Well, I assume I'm free from the ill black wind, right?
Yes, because of Sonia's holy light.
Yes. Thank you, Sonia.
Yeah,
awesome.
you're welcome.
You're already doing exactly what I told you just now. So I think what happens is that Flame Wizardmon is going to leap high into the air with a somersault and is going to land on, or attempt to land on one of the heads of this hand-like creature, or well, I guess one of the fingers of this hand-like finger heads, the fingers that are actually heads on this eldritch-looking abomination, and he's going to run along the neck of it while holding out his matchstick staff that scorches this like wake of burning destruction on it, and trying to hurt it that way. Yes, that is what I'm going to do. Exactly. And we are heading towards Lilithmon.
Could you please roll to directly engage a threat with disadvantage?
I would rather not, but I will do that. I will do that if you really ask me to.
Definitely sounds like what you're doing.
Yes. All right. 4d6 plus. Sorry, 3d6 plus 2. It's 7. Yes.
Cool. On a 7,
7.
you choose one of the options on directly engage a threat.
All right. I think we're going to create an opportunity for our allies. Or is that what we're going to do? yes, we're going to create an opportunity for our allies. This attack sends the beast reeling back, with its like finger-like head-like fingers. The anatomy shocked and roaring back, halting its attack while and leaving his Digimon army and his allies denied of the safety of that this monstrous beast provides. Yes, this was happening.
Wait,
And
so,
we get hurt somehow.
So wait, which option are you taking?
Create an opportunity for our allies, my allies.
Cool. So you're like distracting it enough that they can act. Basically.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
But you are going to take some harm because you don't resist or avoid the blows. So what I'm going to say.
Because I need them conditions so I can evolve.
So I would say, please, could you take a powerful blow as the.
What?
Yeah, take a powerful blow. You run along its back and make its heads all face you. You blast them with fire, and as the smoke clears, it's sucked into the mouth at the center of the hand. Its eyes wriggle around unnaturally as it munches the flames and bursts them back right out at Flay Wizardmon. This is taking a powerful blow from an enemy who is stronger than you.
Oh yeah, thank you. Excellent.
How do we know that we haven't scanned it yet? It could be a child level.
That's a 6. I need help. Please help. Please
And I
help.
will provide help. I will provide help by
lord.
brandishing my holy aura and putting it on Flay Wizardmon, filling him with light and mixing it with courage inside to
Yes.
give him just enough strength to pull through. Yeah.
Yay! Excellent. We're going to mark angry, and then because we did a hit, a hit.
Oh my god, the team is going down. Guys, be careful.
Yes, I
We
think,
might
but I
run out.
think yeah, I think we're gonna keep the attacker's attention this way, so that the monstrous abomination thought that it had us finished, but with thanks to the power of Sonia's light, we weather the blow, and this enrages the beast as it doesn't understand how we didn't get finished in this one fell swoop. Yes, maybe. Maybe.
Cool.
Okay, now let me Google what the fuck the
Could you-
weaknesses of a chicken are.
Please roll to digivolve, because what you did was very courageous.
Oh, thank you. I'll try. Oh, no, definitely not.
Could you tell us what holds you back?
I don't know.
Also, please mark potential and march ever closer.
Oh no,
towards your
no!
death.
Fuck! No! I was hoping you'd forget that.
Alternatively,
I think.
oh no, wait, this is. What roll was this again? Was this plus conditions?
It's evolving.
Yeah, you can't
Plus
give
conditions.
yourself a condition. I mean, technically, you can give yourself a condition here. So, so you can spend team selfishly to give
True, I
yourself a
could spend
condition,
team selfishly. Oh god.
and then the others could spend team unselfishly to push you to a 7 if you wish.
So sorry. Using
We might
team
actually run out
selfishly-
of team.
Using team selfishly cost one team and gave me a condition to boost by 1.
Yep.
And because it's a
Wait, it doesn't give you a condition.
doesn't it?
So when you spend team selfishly, you can say how you hurt the others and rearrange your labels so to move one up and one down. But because you have one at the
Right.
minimum, you can move it past the minimum and give yourself a condition
Yes.
instead, and that would give you a +1
Yes.
to this roll. And then
Yes.
everybody else can jump in and use their team. That's one way out of this. I've just concocted for
see.
you.
Also, if we go,
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna do that though.
Okay.
It's a funny exercise, but I think we're gonna go with. I think I have an answer. I think Taisto can't summon his courage because he knows that the final battle against the real true enemy is approaching, and that means that when they leave this world for the real world, or the human world, there will be a time when he will be separated from Ghostmon at least, but also he bears the possibility that he might lose Einari on the way, and that is something that he's afraid of more than pretty much anything else. He knows that he kind of trusts Kakayaki. He trusts that Kakayaki has it figured out, but the plan sounds dangerous, and he can't bear the thought that he might be losing Einari. So his concern is right now with somewhere else, and that's why he can't digivolve.
Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, Fluicidmon gets blasted. He skids and keeps the beast's attention by firing a volley of extra fireballs out. Your Digivice begins to glow orange and then and just stops glowing. And I think Inari notices this, and he says, "It's our turn." Holds up his Digivice. It glows a bright purplish pink color as he glows in his own light and merges with his partner and becomes Durandamon. He rushes towards the Eldritch Abomination, tackling it and pushing it to one side, taking it completely off guard, and stabs it in the abdomen. You hear 5 loud screeches as it spits up another dark fireball at him, and we see Higeki step in, turning into Bryoludramon, blocking the blast and standing in front of Durandamon. "We'll hold this off. Get the portal open and up and running."
portal.
Your dad, he found the code, remember?
Yeah, I kind of figured we'd deal with this first.
There's no time to waste. Don't you see?
Oh man, I just googled what the chicken weaknesses are.
You Google chicken weaknesses.
Yeah, I mean look at it. Chicken.
What do? These two have stepped in to try and help. Buy you some time.
We attack them. We attack them because they're a distraction.
Oh, that's a
What
very
are you
good
on
point,
about?
Yes. Yes,
what are you on
actually, yeah.
about, man?
Oh my god, they're trying to kill still! Nuke! Nuke!
I knew we couldn't trust them. Yeah, well, they're helping, so that should be a good thing. Luminamon, being the pacifist that she is, will give boosts in aura to everyone involved, so as to improve their performance and make them more coordinated somehow. Her light will be blinding and distracting to the opponents. Yeah, that's pretty much what she will do until any distraction or change of plans. I don't know about you.
I'd much rather delay our arrival and have the full team rather than break up here. So, Kagayaki plans to deal with this.
I think we should try and maybe, I don't know. Seems like leaving this situation here is a bit irresponsible.
Yeah. And also, what I said, like, I'd much rather have us be at full power versus Diablomon.
But
Let's not
we,
split the
yeah.
party.
I mean, the situation, but consider the fact that while this is going on, Diablomon might be, or, well, Armageddon might be literally destroying all of human civilization. So, not going as fast as possible also seems a bit irresponsible.
Well, I mean, first of all, Dad needs to open the portal anyway, so
And they might be able to follow us.
we can at least help until the portal opens.
Yes, that one I agree with.
Alright, so I will attempt to roll one of my worst moves. Tactician.
Oh my god!
It went great
That
last
is all.
time.
That is also literally my worst move.
12! Fuck you,
Holy
chicken! You're a chicken now! Fuck you, you're a chicken now!
What's the obvious flaw or weakness of an enemy?
So you see how it has the heads of a chicken? 5 times! Chickens are sensitive to loud noises. Fucking screaming its ear to stun it.
You say that like you can find where its ear is. You're gonna have to locate that first.
It has like 5 heads.
Just because it has 5 heads doesn't mean it has 10 ears.
I rolled a 12, so it means it does.
Okay, fair.
Exactly. Yes, exactly that. That is correct.
Ike! Taisto! Bang bang!
Oh my devil player.
Yeah, that's my turn. Good move, guys.
Good move. So yeah, well, if Taisto isn't bang 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 in the dude.
Sorry, just a second. I will bang bang bang
yes.
bang the dude.
Okay, perfect.
All right. So I think what happens is that seeing how our allies are joining the fight, I think Flame Wizardmon is going to climb. Or I think he got blasted down under the ground, and he left like this anime crater that was smoking and smoldering as he crashed into it, and we can see that he climbs out of there and sees that our allies have joined the fight, and then he rushes over to Durandamon as Durandamon is engaging with one of the heads, and he joins the fight from behind him, and they do an epic combo attack as Flame Wizardmon sends a fireball at the head, and then Durandamon comes from behind it and pierces through it so that its sword is coated in fire and turns it into a flaming sword that drives the beast back, just so that Flame Wizardmon can then create. Did you say that it was vulnerable to noises?
Loud noises.
Loud noises.
Loud noises.
It is
right.
a venom symbiote. Now.
Right. So then I guess Flame Wizardmon creates a high pressure hot air explosion behind Durandamon that then sends this shockwave of loud air at the creature right in Durandamon's wake, so that after the beast has been distracted by the flaming sword trick, it's going to get hit by this loud this like front of powerful like pressurized hot air that also comes with the sonic boom. Yes, I'm so good at this game.
Please roll
Would
to
you say that?
directly engage a threat with +1 to your roll because of Kageyaki's tactical input.
This is so
Thank
fucking
you.
stupid.
Shut up,
what-
this is anime. This is anime as fuck.
Would you say that I activated my quest there?
Yes, you definitely did.
Do
If
you
the roll
think-
fails, I
sorry,
will not
was
be
this with, is this roll with disadvantage?
Yeah, that's fair.
No, it's a roll
Alright.
with regular advantage because you've got Durandamon
Straight
and
up.
uh,
Straight up roll.
Spyro
All right.
with you.
Makes sense. Thank you. Wait, this is definitely the wrong channel. I was about to roll some dice in the music channel. Sorry about that.
I require assistance.
This is exactly 7. Wow. This time we're going. I think we're going to. No, we're going to impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition with this move. Yes, that is what's gonna happen. I
A
want to see
chicken
what
would see
happens.
the pants there.
Yes.
Okay, so you make this massive sonic boom with your heated pressure ball that explodes behind the Randamon and sends a shockwave through the bird monster eldritch horror thing. It screams a high-pitched squeal that's almost as loud, and its hand wriggles and writhes. You see that the hand sort of pulls apart in 5 different directions. The center becoming a black ooze of mess. The eyes ripping apart into individual bodies and wriggling around. And as that happens, all of the heads fire attacks simultaneously at random. We see black galing winds firing out and disintegrating things around it. Black spewed balls of flame shooting out and burning nearby buildings. We see think of more attacks, Antinomy. We see it firing black nail gun type attack out of the center heads. And we see one of them just eyes glowing red. It causes Durandamon and Bryludramon to grasp their heads and they start yelling. The situation
God, I
becomes
knew it.
pandemonium as innocent Digimon in the village are caught in flames and
Holy shit.
being battered by winds. You see several Wormmon running for their lives, getting cut off by a black fireball. You see Sealamon hiding under his catcher of the day counter. He gets hit by the black winds. His tables begin to disintegrate, offering him very little protection. We see Stingmon, who's now Julbimon, and various other adult level Digimon in the city, like Mudfrigimon and whatnot, trying to usher away a bunch of the child Digimon that they can. We see Leomon carrying 5 on his shoulders and 3 more in each hand of the in-training Digimon, trying to get away from this catastrophe that's happening. What do you all do?
Not evolve.
Yeah, so Kageyaki, you rolled a 6 on your Digivolution. Does anybody want to help Kageyaki with his brilliant knowledge and tactical input?
I do not mind helping. How is it that you failed to evolve this time?
Alright, so
What would you need?
we can say that Kagayaki and Sanlupon are expending way too much energy trying to save the entire fucking village at once. and can't really gather the data to evolve unless they are assisted.
Okay. So suddenly, appearing out of nowhere, Luminamon is just perching herself on the back of Sanmukmon, whispering, you trust me, and I trust you, right? I'm there. Just concentrate on what you need to do. And suddenly rewiring her energy towards Sanmukmon to just give him the anime boost to just evolve right now. Yes.
With the extra boosted power, Sanlupmon glows a bright purple. As he now has the energy to actually be able to make enough clones to start helping around the village. Or does he? Find out in the next roll of Digimon Vortex. Do I roll with disadvantage?
Yeah, I think it's disadvantage because there's so much going on in the city. You have to be in like a billion different places at once to help out everywhere.
But I do have lovely influence over everyone, surely.
Yep.
So it's a +4. Oh!
Well, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
That is a 14.
14 is a lot.
14
I
is
think
a lot, yeah.
You see,
Yes, that is indeed.
the thing is though, once you go past 12, it resets back to 0 and you go up to 2, so...
I never knew that.
They're eating them, and then they're going to eat me. Oh my.
So describe for us what it looks like when Sanmukmon digivolves into Matadormon and creates enough clones to save everyone from this monstrosity.
So he feels the energy coming in from Sonia, turning around and muttering a simple, "Thanks, kid. Leave it to us." He melts down and comes out from behind every single person being attacked as a Matadormon clone, immediately snatching them as he did way back when in that military base during the Chimeramon incident, but this time actually fucking getting everyone. Quickly melting back down, taking incredibly minimal damage in the process, and teleporting them clean outside the city.
Cool. Taisto. Inari
Hi.
and Higeki turn around. Their eyes are glowing black.
Oh honey, no.
That doesn't sound good.
Oh no. Speaking of black, we cut to black.
You let me die, Taisto. You left me to burn. How dare you? How dare you think we could be friends after all of that? You let me down.
No, that's not true.
If only you had the
He's a
courage
big-
and the steel to resolve yourself. Maybe I'd be still alive. Maybe we could have still been friends. Durandamon's body leaps backwards and does a spin towards Fluizidmon. And you? If you don't move
I
out
guess
of the
we
way,
die?
you're going to get slashed. What do you do?
I think what Durandamon said in this instance, I think it disarmed and confused Taisto in a way that he couldn't have anticipated. So he just freezes up but I think at the very last second, Flame Wizardmon might be able to tackle him out of the way, so that the attack of Durandamon goes over him, over the two of them. Maybe.
I think Durandamon comes straight for you, and Flewizardmon steps between you, knowing that you're frozen. He gets impaled through the shoulder and pushed back several meters, steering Durandamon out of your way. He gets pinned into a nearby wall. He spits out some blood. Durandamon, this isn't you! Snap out of it! And you think you can save them, yet you can't save anyone close to you. Everyone around you that gets close dies. How do you know Taisto's not next? And we see Flewizardmon bite down on his own lip and kind of become frozen in his own way. Oh no, we lost Kageyaki. What happened to Kageyaki?
I don't know. He said he was going to mute himself, so I imagine he has a distraction going on. He's back.
Okay, he's back. I would like Taisto to take another powerful blow, please. This time it is an emotional powerful blow.
Oh no! So everyone is a force much stronger than me. No. So it was 2d6 plus conditions, right?
Yes.
And I think I have just the one.
And the lower you roll, the better.
Yes.
And everybody's been rolling high today, so you can only
That's a
roll
10.
low, right? Oh, damn it.
Oh, we can try to bump it up to 12 by also glowing.
Thank you.
glowing
That
black
would be
eyes.
so. That would be so nice of you.
So please choose either one of the following. You must remove yourself from the situation, flee, pass out, etc. You lose control of yourself or your Digimon in a terrible way, and you can choose two options from the 7 to 9 list, which are lashing out verbally, giving ground, or struggling past the pain.
Yeah.
I bet those conditions look extra tasty right now.
They do look tasty, but I also kind of like the idea of losing control of myself or my Digimon in a terrible way. I'm pretty much the only one left who hasn't had a dark evolution yet.
That's true.
So
Gotta
Wanna
prove
join the
Segamon,
club?
right?
we might correct that tonight. I'm not sure. Let
Yes,
me
correct
ponder
is
on
the
this for a hot second. I don't fucking know.
Kill them all, Taisto.
What do you guys think I should do? What do you guys think I should do? What do you guys think I should do? Yeah.
Kill them all. Kill.
Yeah, Taisto, kill them all.
Oh, good lord!
Is that
Wow.
Pillowmon?
Good lord!
Christ. Well, I think
If you lose control, that is a really cool cliffhanger to leave it on for next episode.
True,
He's
that
about to
is
lose
true. Yes,
control.
it is getting late. Yes, I think what happens is that yeah. So the situation was that Durandamon came and like impaled Flame Wizardmon on the shoulder. Taisto was growling in the ground or something like that, frozen with this guilt that he couldn't. Now that his best friend has actually turned on him and reminded him of the things that he still has hang-ups about. Yeah. I think what we see is that Durandamon's attack, it picks up Flame Wizardmon as the two of them rush, or the attack continues, and Flame Wizardmon gets basically picked up by Durandamon's attack, and then they slam into a wall of a building, some building. It doesn't matter, any building, and
home.
Yes, your home. That is correct. Your home. And then we see that we start seeing that Flame Wizardmon is like writhing in pain, being impaled by his shoulder against the wall, and slowly the wound that he's impaled upon starts leaking this black, inky substance as these strands of like smoky, inky black start emanating from his body, and he gets wrapped in this dark glow, and this black inky substance starts dripping down Durandamon's blade and coats it, and starts taking over Durandamon's body as well, as the two turn into this kind of a dark mass, this writhing mass that starts, morphing and changing like molding clay, and bubbling in all these kinds of uncomfortable ways, until suddenly it just stops and quickly shrinks into a tiny small black marble. Then it grows into this black egg that rises up into the sky. And I think that's it. Yes, that's it. That's the cliffhanger. Yes. We shall see what hatches from there in the next episode of Digimon Vortex.
Yeah, I think we get a still shot of the black egg in the sky. We see Taisto on his knees clutching a Digivice to his chest, and it's glowing like this black color. And we'll
Actually,
have like a still
I think
frame of that.
Just a slight change of that. I think it's emanating this really dark crimson glow, of this like very deep, like blood red, instead of just black.
Okay, that works.
Yeah.
Cool, and we'll end it there.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh my
Let's
god.
do the end of the session moves then. Let's have a look.
Ah.
I
What
change into a new image of myself.
What a way to live for a month.
Yeah, fuck you guys. I get a month of time to figure out what is coming out of that egg.
Yeah.
It's a knight. No, it's a dragon. No, it's a knight. No, it's a dragon. No.
I'm just gonna stand or sit on a chair in some dark corner of a room, just flipping a coin with dragon on one side and knight on the other.
I finally get to make the joke.
I think inside that egg is definitely going to be like Insidious Gallantmon, and it's going to be miscommunicated as Injury Gallantmon in English.
Oh my god.
Please don't.
Oh.
Sorry, I had to. How can we corrupt Megadramon's name into something unmedical?
Megadramon.
Cool. So, who wants to go first with the end of session moves? And feel free to mark potential if you would like to. If you don't speak up, I will have one of you go first.
No, I can go first if you guys want to.
Either.
I think. Well, anyway, I think Taisto has grown into his own image of himself, he sees himself as a, well, at least it's actually not his own image of himself that he has grown into. I think he has grown away from the others. Yeah, that's true. He feels definitely very detached from the others, and this is all. I'm sure that there is some way that Taisto is handling his mental gymnastic that is all Kagayaki's fault.
That sounds about right.
Oh, if we're going that route, in that case, I grew away from the others because Taisto had one fucking job.
Guys, let's not retaliate with our end of session moves.
What are you, our mom?
I am your god.
Well, yes, we're saying hi to Mom every night, every day, every
Mama.
single time.
Yeah, I grew into my own image of myself, and that's where we live that. Because I can't fucking move anything. I finally have the cop out. Woohoo!
Yeah.
Well, if you can't move anything, that means you mark a condition. Tell us how
No, that is not how that works.
you
I'm
growing
concerned
into
for
your
you.
own image of yourself makes you feel
I
bad.
cannot choose to, so I cannot move anything.
I'm joking, yeah, of course. Sonia?
Okay, so my turn. So, first of all, I wouldn't mind the potential, but I need to talk it out first, since it would be a level up, and it would be it's a pretty important one. First off, I'm not feeling too much the last moment of truth, as there's not that much time left, and the most relevant place to use it would be the final boss, which would be a bit of a cop out, I feel. So I don't
Unless
think
you,
I would go for it.
Unless you used it to stop Taisto's dark evolution next episode or something.
That could work, but that would also most likely rob Taisto from surely his moment of truth that is coming now from since 20 episodes.
Probably, yeah.
I
that's
believe
true.
in it. You know? Yeah, I don't want to step on his toes. So I would probably lock a blessing, but the thing is, with the current mechanics of a blessing, it would mean that I would just have 2 blessings forever, but I never really went under it, and it's a bit late now to farm balance to get all of the others back. So what I would do most likely is start abusing my powers, since I would have 2 minimum, and I would never go below that. So I would always be able to use that divine inspiration and portal, which are powerful abilities. So I'd like to ask if that is a way to play that is allowed, because those are a bit if I can just spam teleportation and divine inspiration.
I mean, you've already got Divine Inspiration locked in.
Yeah.
Portal lets you appear next to anyone you want in a scene. Does not to portal anywhere in the world, remember. You can feel free to lock them, or if you would like to, we can do the alternate version that I've changed it to in the playbooks. So we discussed before that you didn't like this upgrade, and I had to think about it, and I changed it in the original playbooks so that the next time that I get to play this game, whoever plays light doesn't have this issue of locking a blessing and it not really doing anything.
Yeah, because if you play blessings properly and you don't just fall into the darkness on purpose like I have, you could very easily have 4 or 5 at all times, and it doesn't really do anything at this point.
So in the new version of the light playbook, the light's balance section of the playbook, where you choose whether you protect in innocence or talk openly about the darkness, etc.
Okay.
So in that section, instead of it being that you protect innocence and talk openly about the darkness, and the bad part is endangering innocence and keeping the struggle to yourself, it becomes that the 2 that you select are the ones that give you the light balance, and the 4 that you don't select, the bracketed part becomes the bad thing for you. So you have like 4 bad things. Every time that you would hit that point where you would lock a blessing. Instead, you would mark a new balance on your lights balance section. So you'd add like facing danger with friends, showing mercy, etc. So you could be more likely to generate those balances to make yourself higher. So at this point, you'd lock 2 more in, basically, and you'd have 4 different triggers for gaining balance back, and only 2 that would lose you balance, if that makes sense.
So wait. I'll need that repeated one more time. Which ones? So which ones do I like? I only use the bad parts of some and the good parts of the others.
Yes, so the ones that you've marked, you use the good parts of. The ones that you've not marked, you'd use the bad parts of. And then when you would lock a blessing, instead you choose a different one to mark and turn positive. So, like right now, you're protecting innocence and talking about the darkness. That's what gets you your balance. And in the new version of the playbook, frightening loved ones, overexerting yourself, being merciless, facing danger alone would be what decreases your balance track. And then when you unlock the upgrade at the ultimate level, you'd choose one of them to mark and become positive. So maybe you choose facing danger with friends, and then you'd have 3 things that are positive and 3 things that are negative.
I see. Okay. So the thing is, at the beginning of the game, I would have more handicaps, but
Yeah.
as I go, okay.
That's what I've changed.
So right
it to.
now-
Does that sound good to you?
Yeah.
But obviously,
Especially now.
we don't have to change it during this campaign because obviously we've been playing it completely differently. We can just lock Portal if you'd like to, or we can do it the other way and give you more triggers to get light balance.
That is a good question. Well, it feels a little bit cheap to just be able to have visions whenever I want at any point in the next few episodes. But then again, it is very, very close to the end, so it might not make that much of a difference regardless. So I do like the change a lot. Maybe I will just lock the 2 for this playthrough, but I do think that's very interesting. I don't know, maybe because I could face danger with friends is pretty much a freebie. Comforting loved ones might be as well. So I might gain points very fast. So it's about if I want to risk, if I want to just play it safe and have 2 blessings versus attempting to get more for the last few episodes. Yeah, I think I'll lock the 2 for now.
Okay.
But I'll play using this regular book, and it seems more efficient to just have 2 that I can reliably use rather than attempt to maybe gain another thing that might not even be useful.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. Sorry I took a bit of time on that.
No problem.
By the way, I really liked how we ended up doing the entering battle as a team thing with the basically, as you asked about the tactical input and the leadership thing, that it kind of gave us pause an opportunity to actually do them. I liked how that was handled.
I'll keep that in mind for the next time.
Nothing more about that, but yeah.
I also realized when I looked on Taisto's leader, when you enter battle as a team, I didn't bold it like I should have done because that's a trigger.
Yes.
So it should be what was the trigger for it? When you enter battle against a dangerous foe. Oops, not the control C.
Oh, by the way, did I end up losing influence over Kagayaki or not? Sorry, I was.
Kageyaki lost influence over you, I think, is how it works, isn't it?
Yes, but Kagayaki didn't retaliate like you said.
I don't think he did. I think he
Okay.
Well,
I picked the
unless
cop out
you-
because
unless you don't want to cop
All
out.
right. Yeah.
So yeah, and for the end of session move, I will grow closer to Kagayaki since we had a I'll help you evolve, you help me evolve.
That was
Uh,
good
Perfect.
role-playing.
Get over here.
Yeah.
Get a
You
room,
can
you
move.
two.
Yeah. Maybe we will. Huh.
Maybe you should be the ship that everyone pushes.
Well, at this point, I wouldn't blame anyone, frankly. You can change Savior and Superior. I won't tell you which one is which.
Take a wild guess what I'm moving up. Save your up.
So then I take a hit.
Woohoo!
Kagiaki making everyone feel bad.
Yes.
So
It's in
I
my
would
bones.
maybe afraid, because that's a really big monster thing. And on the opposite hand, on the other hand, I can remove another condition thanks to that move. So I'll remove the guilty from before. So I gain one, I lost one. Oh well.
Oh, that's actually very funny because you kick away the guilt and you go, okay, time to fight this thing. I have to fight this thing.
Oh god.
Oh no!
And it's exactly that.
Cool. Well, that's the end of the session. I don't have a post-credit scene for this one
Really? Why?
because we're getting very, very close to the end, and I don't want to spoil or anything.
You could
So-
unceremoniously spoil
No
what comes out of this
spoilers.
lad.
Wow. No.
That would be
the thing
Injurious
the thing
Duke one.
is-
What?
The thing is, Antinomy doesn't know either. Because
Or does.
no one knows what's coming out of the egg.
No one knows what it's like.
Do not.
Did
feel free
the
to vote
egg
what you want.
did the egg engulf Durandamon as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
okay,
golf! Oh my god,
Yeah,
it's
I
Maggie
just-
Golfmon.
I just
Yeah.
thought that I'd Digivore Durandamon as well.
Cool.
So,
It's like a force DNA.
yeah, this is some more Dynamon shit right here.
Cool.
Hmm.
Awesome. Right. Well, I've got to get going because I have my dog to get to bed. But thanks for the session. And thanks for
you've
Yeah,
got
it was
something,
a
right?
really fun one.
thanks for Dainsu for watching the stream. Glad hope you enjoyed
Hello.
the session.
I hope you enjoyed the ad.
The ad. What ad? Did you do
Yeah.
something while I was away?
I always do an ad during a commercial break.
I'm gonna have to whiz back and listen to that.
Oh, you might not
Why?
want to.
Just, if you want to preserve your sanity, maybe not, but feel free.
It was the stupidest one yet, like by far.
It's probably better for everyone's humanity that no one goes back and watches that ad.
Fair.
But yeah, anyway, I need to go as well. Good night, everyone. Thanks for the session. See ya
Good night.
in 1,000 years. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're reconvening in a month's time, basically.